So what happens when you combine a great meditation practice with a great bodybuilding practice? You end up just getting freaking happy and huge. And that, to me, sounds like a life well spent. Because if you're, kind of aiming for like this pinnacle of, I don't know, just physical and mental excellence in a way, then, that sounds pretty freaking cool. It sounds like you get to spend more time with your loved ones. Sounds like you get to spend more time doing the things you love. And it sounds like you can probably help a lot more people in the process. So that is what I'm kind of freaking aiming for. I just love it. I love, the whole process of going to the gym, getting a pump, coming back, meditating, getting a mental pump, and rinse and repeat. That just sounds freaking cool. But anyways, for today we have, what do we have? Arms, which is arguably my favorite day. And I don't even want to say it's my favorite day, because it's like saying, who's your favorite child? It's not really a fair question. Everybody's got their own differences. Everybody's got their own thing to bring to the table, and we can love each day for what it is. So, it's not like I'm saying I love this day more than this one, because they're freaking equal. Like, to me, it is just a matter of, what the day is, what the day holds, and what I can bring to it. So that's how I like to treat it. But for arms today, definitely starting off with forearms as usual. And I kind of like doing that because when you have your forearms warm, it makes everything else just a little bit easier. It makes sure that you're actually firing with your forearms through the entirety of the workout. Oh man, I think this is coming our way. There's a fire truck right behind us, but I think they're gonna make room. There it goes. Hope everyone's good. But yeah, so starting off with forearms and making sure that the forearms fire throughout the entire workout. And then I think we're going to be going ahead with some type of tricep push down. That's usually been the case for a lot of these different arm workouts. But I think we're going to be finishing or pairing that with some sort of bicep curl, because that's just how I like to do it. I like to do one tricep movement, one bicep movement, but it also depends on the day. I guess I just like having like a full arm pump, going into it. So that is the freaking plan. And then we'll probably finish off with like a superset. And it's usually, some type of tricep movement that is kind of like extending, just so that way I can get a good stretch out of my tricep. And then the other movement is going to be some sort of like short head concentrated movement. So your long head is the one that you'd hit with, like a hammer curl or like a reverse curl or something where like your palm is either facing your body or it's in front of your body. So but either way, your palm's facing your body. Now, if you wanted to do like a short head type movement, that's when you'd have your palm facing away from your body, like in front of you, and then you kind of get that nice curl out of it. And keeping your pinkies up, that's where you can get an even tighter of a squeeze. So that's what I'm aiming for. But that's pretty much the plan for arms today. Not much else to add with the meditation. I touched on it a lot last night during the evening meditation. And, I'm just treating each meditation like a game. Any time that a thought, feeling, or perception passes through my mind, I'm just gently bringing my attention back to the mantra. And that way, it's like I'm just training my prefrontal cortex to just be alert, or, you know, this part of your brain to just be alert and not really have to stress about everything. Like that's the other thing where I feel like we kind of get in a tizzy about a lot of different things, but it makes sense because, you know, our thoughts are layered. You know, you kind of have like surface level thoughts where it's like, all right, what am I doing today? What do I need to remember so I can do something right now? Stuff like that. And then you have a thought about that thought where it's like, wait, what if, and then the thoughts just kind of like branch off of each other, and like one thought can create another. But so that's kind of like my deal. Is I love Transcendental Meditation because it makes it so simple. Like all you're doing is just gently bringing your attention back to the mantra, and that's pretty much it. Like that's how I feel every meditation style should be, where it's like you're not trying to think your way into a meditation. Like you're more so just making a habit out of whatever the meditation or out of however you get to the meditation object. So you just make it a habit to gently return to the mantra every time, you know, thought, feeling, or perception passes through. So yeah, not much else to add there. We're just gonna go pick up my lady. We're gonna go to the gym together and then get this freaking arm day underway. But I'm freaking excited.